In the bustling city of Benin, Edo State, Nigeria, Edebo, a young widow, struggled to make ends meet. Living at the outskirts of the land with her young son, she had lost her husband in a tragic accident a year ago, after spending all she had for his treatment and even had support from friends' AMD family, and since then, she had been the sole breadwinner for her 10-year-old son, Oseji. Despite the challenges she faced, the humiliation from her husband's family and friends, Edebo was determined to give Oseji the best education possible. He was the only thing that matters to him at this point. She tried all she could do to get a good job to take good care of her son, but she wasn't able to get an affordable job, so she settled at that point for the job of a cleaner. Edebo had been secretly working as a cleaner in Oseji's school to pay his tuition. She had kept it a secret, not wanting Oseji to feel embarrassed or ashamed. But one day, while Oseji was in class, learning, he saw his mother cleaning the floors beside his class, and he has never seen the mom in the school doing anything. He felt humiliated and embarrassed, and he couldn't understand why his mother would do such a thing. Immediately the class was over, he ran to meet his mom. Oseji confronted his mother about what he had seen. Edebo tried to explain, but Oseji was too angry to listen. He felt like his mother had lied to him, and he didn't know how to process his emotions. Edebo was heartbroken, but she knew that she had to make Oseji understand. Edebo sat Oseji down and explained why she had been working as a cleaner. She told him about the struggles they faced after his father's death, and how she had to find a way to pay his tuition. Oseji listened, and for the first time, he began to understand the sacrifices his mother had made for him. The darkest hour. Edebo's struggles seemed to intensify with each passing day. She worked tirelessly as a cleaner, but her wages were meager, barely enough to put food on the table. Oseji's tuition fees were due, and Edebo was at a loss for how to pay them. As the sole breadwinner, Edebo felt the weight of responsibility acutely. She worked multiple jobs, sacrificing her own well-being for the sake of her son. Her body ached from the physical labor, but her spirit remained unbroken. One day, Edebo was forced to beg for money on the streets to pay Oseji's tuition fees. She felt a deep sense of shame and humiliation, but she swallowed her pride for the sake of her son. Just when Edebo thought things couldn't get any worse, she received a devastating blow. The school informed her that Oseji's tuition fees had been increased, and she would have to pay even more to keep him in school. Edebo felt like she was drowning in a sea of despair. Despite the overwhelming struggles, Edebo refused to give up. She found a glimmer of hope in Oseji's bright smile and his eagerness to learn. She knew that she had to keep fighting, no matter what. Edebo's determination paid off when she landed a better-paying job as a cleaner in a local hospital. The job was physically demanding, but it provided a steady income, and Edebo was finally able to pay Oseji's tuition fees on time. As Edebo continued to work hard, she began to celebrate small victories. She was able to buy Oseji new clothes and shoes, and she even managed to save a little money each month. Despite the many challenges she faced, Edebo's spirit remained unbroken. She continued to work hard, driven by her love for Oseji and her determination to give him a better life. Tragedy struck one day when Oseji was involved in a serious accident on his way home from school. He was rushed to the hospital, and Edebo was beside herself with worry. She spent every waking moment by Oseji's bedside, praying for his recovery. As Oseji lay in the hospital bed, he realized the depth of his mother's sacrifices and love. He remembered the times she had gone without food so that he could eat, the times she had worked tirelessly to provide for him. He felt a deep sense of regret for not appreciating her efforts sooner. Oseji slowly began to recover, and Edebo was overjoyed. She continued to care for him, nursing him back to health. As Oseji recovered, he began to see his mother in a new light. He realized that she was not just a mother, but a hero who had sacrificed everything for him. As Oseji returned to school, he made a promise to himself to appreciate his mother's efforts more. He began to help out more around the house, and he even started a small business to help support his mother. Edebo was proud of the young man Oseji was becoming, and she knew that her sacrifices had not been in vain. One day, Oseji sat his mother down and apologized for not appreciating her efforts sooner. He told her how much he loved and appreciated her, and Edebo was overcome with emotion. She had never expected an apology, but it meant the world to her. As the years passed, the bond between Edebo and Oseji grew stronger. They faced many challenges, but they always stood together. Edebo continued to work hard, but she was no longer alone. Oseji was by her side, supporting her every step of the way. Years later, Oseji had grown into a successful young man. He had graduated from university and was working a good job. He never forgot the sacrifices his mother had made for him, and he continued to support her. Edebo's legacy lived on through Oseji, a reminder of the sacrifices she had made for her son. As Edebo grew older, she knew that her time on this earth was limited. She was proud of the man Oseji had become, and she knew that he would continue to make her proud. With her final breath, Edebo smiled, knowing that she had left behind a legacy of love and sacrifice. Oseji was devastated by his mother's passing, but he knew that she was in a better place. He remembered the sacrifices she had made for him, and he was grateful for the time they had shared. Edebo's memory lived on in Oseji's heart, a reminder of the sacrifices she had made for him. As Oseji navigated life without his mother, he realized that her love and sacrifices had been the driving force behind his success. He remembered the countless nights she had gone without sleep, working multiple jobs to provide for him. Oseji decided to honor his mother's memory by establishing a foundation in her name. The foundation would provide scholarships and support to underprivileged children, ensuring that they received the education they deserved. As the foundation grew, it began to have a ripple effect in the community. More and more children were able to access education, and families were lifted out of poverty. Oseji knew that his mother would be proud of the impact they were making. Years later, Oseji's own child began attending the same school where his mother had worked as a cleaner. As he watched his child thrive, he knew that his mother's sacrifices had come full circle. Her legacy lived on, inspiring future generations to strive for greatness. Oseji looked back on his life, reflecting on the journey he had taken. He knew that his mother's love and sacrifices had shaped him into the person he was today. He smiled, knowing that her memory would continue to inspire him to make a difference in the world.